A great man in history, Martin Luther. He was born in 1483 in Eilswyn, a small town part of the Holy Roman Empire. He studied law at University of Erfurt, but he left his studies after surviving an accident and joined the Augustinian monastery in Erfurt. During his visit to Rome, he was ashamed and unsettled by the corruption there. But what especially caused him indignation was the sale of indulgences so that the souls of the deceased could reach heaven more quickly. What does it mean, kids? Well, it means that rich people could reach heaven more easily than poor people. His ideas were revolutionary. He was criticizing the way things had been done for centuries. He was questioning the Catholic Church and the Pope himself. He was a man of faith, but he wanted to change the privileges that high society seemed to have. The Bible is the central religious authority, and humans will reach salvation only by their faith. He also believed that God and only God could bestow salvation by his divine grace. He wrote the Disputation of the Power and Efficacy of Indulgences, or 1905 Thesis, which generated propositions for debate and the Protestant movement in 1517. He believed priests, cardinals, and even the Pope were inherently corrupt. They could not be the intermediaries between the divine and people. Everyone should learn to read in order to read the Bible on their own. So Luther translated the Bible to German. Under the protection of Frederick the Wise, Luther took part on regular public debate on religious reforms. After many statements that directly contradicted the Catholic Church, Luther was declared a heretic and excommunicated in 1521. The same year, Luther was called to the city of Worms to retract his words against the Church by the Roman Emperor. He remained steadfast. During his trip to the city of Worms, he was claimed as a messiah by the inhabitants while he was passing through the towns. That increased the anger of the church towards him. When he left the city of Worms, his life was in danger, and his writings were banned. Luther took refuge in the Wartburg Castle, owned by his protector, Frederick the Wise. Even when he did not want to start a revolution, his ideas were heard by the peasants who began to rebel against authority. They protested against hunger and injustice. During the struggle, which started in 1524, Luther voiced his opposition. He upbraided all Christians who were taking part in insurrections against authority. In 1525, the peasants were defeated. During the Diet of Speyer in 1529, Luther had the support of German princes again. He spent the rest of his life consolidating his Protestant movement. He died at the age of 62 in Eilswyn.